In this episode, I'm here with Jeremy Jones and Luis Galindo of FunkFit, also of new studio that's being built right now, The Collective. Jeremy and Luis have actually been on the GSD Show not too long ago, where they grew their gym from $43,000 to $73,000 in monthly recurring revenue in just 3 months. But believe it or not, they've continued to grow since then. And in this episode, we're going to dive into exactly what they've done to continue their incredible growth. All right, Jeremy, Luis, welcome back for a second time, round two, the GSD Show. It's been, I don't even think it's been a year. I don't think it's been half a year since you've been on.
Right.
Because you guys are just doing so many cool things. And the last time you were on the show, it was, I mean, you just had 3 months. You went from 43K per month to 73K per month. We talked a little bit about that. But now the exciting thing is we got the new building coming up here, The Collective. Mm-hmm. Right now we're at FunkFit, your original, this is your first baby, right?
Together? First baby right here, yeah.
Okay,
14 years.
So FunkFit, which is great. But now you guys are starting another company called The Collective, 10 minutes away, which I can't wait because we're going to have to do another one at that place because this place is designed really, really well. And you were just telling me about all the stuff you're doing in the cycle room and all that. So we're going to talk all about that today too. But what I want to talk about was a lot of the stuff that you learned that allowed you to be not only as successful as you were, but extremely confident. Because I can see the confidence in getting this next place up and going. If not only confidence, but like anticipation of all the stuff that you learned. And your superpower has been clear. It's been your sales process. You guys are just really, really good and dialed in. Probably, because I know you guys, probably not as good as you want to be because you know where you can be, but better than most people I ever run into in this industry. So we're going to talk about that today. Sound good?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. We got to say congratulations to my man, Jeremy. What just happened to you the last few weeks?
First baby boy, first kid ever. Wife and I are so ecstatic, man. Little Luca, the superstar. So
Man.
It's an amazing experience for sure.
New baby, new business, GSD Show.
Yeah.
The genie gave you all three.
Let's go.
All right. So let's dive in, guys. Like, I want to know from the prospect journey. The first time I met you guys, which was years ago, you showed me the stuff you were doing with your CRM, and you had automation built out, and you had all this. And I don't know how much of that you do today, but it doesn't matter because all that taught me was you guys value the prospect's journey all the way through to them becoming a member. And your attrition's fantastic at 6% too. Industry best is 4 to 6%. 6% is great. Average is 12 to 15%. So you guys, I may even dive into that a bit, but let's just talk about the sales right now. I'm a prospect. What does that look like to you guys? I fill out a form. What's next?
Obviously, best case scenario, that phone call within 5 minutes. We told our team a lot about that MIT study, like, hey, within 5 minutes or less, chances are 900% higher of reaching them. So handling that phone call, we got the script, that they follow, whether someone's calling in or we're reaching out. But the three main takeaways from that call, obviously connect with them, learn more about their goals, get them booked, 4 takeaways, get their credit card on file, and then of course ask for referrals there as well. So step one, and as we were talking too, like we can always improve, but it's, hey guys, here's what we do, here's what we do.
So it's discussed a lot, the sales process here at FunkFit.
Yes. Yeah.
What if I don't answer? You call me, I don't answer, what happens?
So if you don't answer, we'll call you again, right?
How long after?
Right
Immediately.
away. So we're gonna say right now, let's say I give you a call, right? Goes into voicemail. Before leaving in voicemail, hang up and then call again, right? On the second one, if you answer, I'll say like, hey Mike, I was just gonna leave you a message, and then I'll go into that, or they'll go into the script, right? Or we leave a voicemail, then send a text. So just the same steps like Jeremy said.
Yeah.
I love it. And my video team, if you can, put a 1950s game show, The Double Call. The Double Call.
The double call. Yeah, that's
what it's called. It's called the double call.
It works.
And you get those too, right? I don't know you guys, but I get those too. It's like, oh, they're on it.
My mother does it to me.
Yeah.
She does every time, and I fall for it every time.
Is it an emergency?
No, but at one time I think it might be.
Right.
So she calls twice, I answer every time.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe where I learned it. Okay, so you do the double call. Now, higher likelihood of getting on the call the second time, obviously. So now, once you get me on the phone, that conversation, what are some things that you want to get done on that call? Like, what are some main bullet points?
That initial connection, so, hey, Mike, what have you been doing before? Will fitness be something new to you? What experiences have you had in the past? What's worked? What hasn't worked? We talk with our team a lot about going 3 to 7 layers deep. So it's not just, oh yeah, I want to get healthier. All right, Mike, well, what's getting healthier mean to you?
That's one layer.
Yeah, getting to that layer. Okay, when you say, that you just feel like, if you start eating better, you'll be able to have more energy when you work out. Okay, cool, Mike. So, when we're talking about that extra energy, what's that extra energy going to do for you? So the deeper we can get into that, now we get to connect more with that emotional, that DBM, as we call it.
That's called peeling the onion.
Peeling the onion.
Because the tears don't come until you peel the onion deep enough.
Deep enough.
That's right. Okay.
That's true. And I do feel there's a lot of, it's important to also read the conversation. Not everyone, first time we're talking to them on the phone, is going to keep going deeper and deeper. So we coach our team on, hey, we might just get that first layer or two on the phone call, but now when they come in for a later step, we'll discuss the success for them. Now we dive even deeper.
Are your leads slipping through the cracks? Does managing your software keep you up at night? Does customer support take days, weeks, or even months to get back to you? We get it. FitPro Tracker was developed by gym owners for gym owners. With FitPro Tracker, you can easily process payments, create and sell products, schedule your sessions, market your business, and communicate with your contacts, all in one fitness software. See why hundreds of gym owners are making the switch to FitPro Tracker today.
It's a lot easier because now you got that physical presence. You're more connected.
Yeah. They know you're not a robot.
Yeah, I have a hard time connecting on the phone. So I'm one of the guys that wouldn't get too many layers on the phone, but in person, you get as deep as you need to be. I'm much more of this type of guy.
Yeah, for sure. Same.
So great. You want to get 3 to 7 layers deep. Do you guys ask for referrals on that call? Like ask them to bring somebody with them?
Yep.
You do that too?
Yeah, and in that simple way too, right? Who do you want to bring with you? Who do you want to bring with? Anybody else you want to bring? Just that question, right? It doesn't have to even be the word referral. It's simple. Just ask for that person that they want to come in. We do it a lot too when we're giving someone a walk-in, let's say, a tour. And they're like, oh, this place is great. We want to work out here. It's like, okay, yeah. Come in, but let's set up an appointment right now so we can get you in, and you can bring your friends. I'll ask you again once we get to the front desk and see who do you want to bring with you.
Perfect.
But again, just that planting that seed on the end, that's important.
Repetition.
It's just what we do, right? And that's what we want to get known by. I can bring friends there. As weird as that sounds, sometimes we think that I'm going to go walk into a business and it's only going to be me. Once I sign up, then I'll be able to bring people in.
Right. The planting the seeds thing is so good. Have you guys ever seen the documentary The Push? Darren Brown?
No.
Really good documentary. But it's a guy that is incredible at micro commitments and planting seeds. And it starts out, and not everybody knows it's staged, right? The participants think it's real, everything is happening, but there's cameras everywhere. They think they're there for something else. But in the beginning, he convinces people to just do something little, like, hey, can you just hold this? Micro commitment.
Yeah.
By the end, he gets people to push other people off of a building, like to their death.
Dang.
Now, I'm not suggesting you do that.
Right.
And no one really died because
Yeah.
it was staged. So when they went to go do it, there was a mattress there. They didn't know, but they legitimately killed someone to them.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
And it went all the way there, but it was with a series of micro commitments over the course of like a day.
Yeah.
That got him to do that.
Yeah.
So now, no one here is going to die. No one's getting pushed off a building.
Yeah.
But the power of getting people to start planting seeds,
For sure.
saying yes to things, agreeing to things, having conversations around like the future, all that makes it a lot easier. If you can push someone off a building, you get somebody to buy a gym membership, right?
day.
So that's the idea.
And what is it? Persistent makes 30% of the economy, right? And
I haven't heard that.
yeah,
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Yeah,
Persuasion.
yeah.
Persistent persuasion.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, persuasion makes 30% of the economy. So,
Now, you guys collect credit card to book appointments?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that work for you? Because obviously there's a lot of people that are watching, listening that aren't comfortable with the idea of collecting credit cards because they think everyone's going to be offended by it. What's your experience with it?
It truly has worked great, and it's like everyone has that initial, just like our team did, where, but what if? And as everything, you ask with confidence, and it's just part of it. We've all been there, whether it's for a dinner, for a hotel, whatever that is, and we'll tell our team that, hey, if someone, Why do I need to leave a credit card? Hey, just like any fine dining restaurant or hotel, which require a credit card at booking, nothing at all will be charged. I'm ready for that card when you are. And so again, with the confidence and the consistency, and we still have a couple team members that, little more hesitant, with doing it. One of our guys I was working with just last week, and okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense, and just kind of breaking it down to them as well, getting more reps in about that confidence in the ask truly makes it.
Yeah.
And then one of the things that we tell our team is how much more respect you're going to have for a business that does systems like that, just because you know that, okay, I trust this business to take care of me and anything of my needs because they're doing things right. Right? When they see it that way, it's easier for them to know, okay, this is the why of why I'm asking for the credit card, not just to have the credit card to sell them a membership, but it's just part of doing good business, right? Less reasons to cancel that hair appointment or that dinner because your credit card is there. So there's a little bit of accountability already starting from day zero. So
And you probably only had the reluctance from your employees that weren't doing it before, but new employees probably like, oh, that's the process. They just assume it
That's what
works,
they get
and it
told.
does.
day and night. And I mean, it's funny how they go from not doing it to when they do it, oh, why wasn't I doing it before? It was so easy. I should have done it. Yeah.
Now, do you use those as points so with other things down the road, you could be like, hey, look, similar to the credit card, right? Do you guys ever kind of log those down as teaching tools down the road?
Yeah, and really like reps. Reps is, a word that our team knows so well. It's like, hey, we got to get these reps in. I'm like, yeah, it's your first time doing this. We had one of our girls that just started. Yesterday was her first official on the shift, after going through her full 21-day onboarding. She got her first membership reactivation, first referral sign up. And, that was part of our conversation during her training. Hey, you stumbling through the script right now, these are just your early reps,
Right.
And then yesterday she's ecstatic. She's, oh my gosh, I made this phone call and it works. It's like following these steps. So getting
That's
those
pretty
reps
cool.
in helps, across the board.
Yeah, it's awesome. And when people show, well, actually, let's take it before the show up. Let's say you booked me. You even got me and my friend to come. My friend's name is Jackson. Okay. And we're lined up for today. We're coming in. Have you also confirmed, do you do any type of confirmation email, confirmation text, phone call, anything like that?
The two or both, or if not, the three of them, we send them a confirmation text, email, a couple of days before, a couple hours before, then they come in.
So a couple days before, a couple hours before,
Yes.
and then you do phone call too?
Yes.
Yeah,
When-
typically night before for morning appointments, morning of for afternoon appointments.
Okay.
And we've been coaching them on a while, for a while on this one, the video message.
Working on it.
So I look forward to them watching this and hearing
Yeah.
this. We're talking to you even here. We got to keep getting those reps in. Because I've told them many a times, I've done a few of them for them. Hey, this all we got to do. Grab the phone. Hey, it's Jeremy here. Hey, Mike, just want to introduce you, to your coach, Luis. You'll be seeing him tomorrow. Check out the spot. You're going to be working out there. Remember, check-in time's at 3:30. We'll see you then. So coaching them to do that more and more.
Yeah.
And, as always, it comes back to us leading the way for them and then just continuing to hold them accountable. So that is our next step to really increasing our show percentage because we know how well it works.
It
we've
does.
seen it.
I've seen it work with plenty of other gyms that do it. Have you seen a positive outcome from the ones you do it with?
We haven't done enough yet.
Oh, you're just
We haven't
starting
enough
it.
reps
Working
in.
on it.
Yeah.
That's the
I've
next
done
level.
3 or 4 of them
Okay.
to the team 0 so far.
Yeah. So it's new.
I'm going to keep doing
It's
them
new.
for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I walk in. How soon am I coming in here based on what your sales rep told me to be? Let's say my class is scheduled for 4 o'clock. What time am I here?
So we tell people 20 minutes before, right? And usually you tell them 20 minutes, they'll show up 15 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes before.
Okay. And how soon do you need them here?
To at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you need them here
we
20?
need it, yeah.
We've been saying 30 more like that.
Yeah.
Check-in time is this. And then same thing, some members who have been, or team members who have been with us for a while, they're still more used to the 15 because it's great when someone does show up at 15.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you say 15 and someone shows up, especially for a cycle class,
Right.
2 minutes before, you don't
It's
have
tough.
shoes, never been clipped into a bike before. It's like, no, just.
It's very
can't
distracting
happen.
to everybody
Yeah.
else, and they feel a little uncomfortable
Yes.
with it too.
Yeah.
So you want them here
Rushed.
early. What's it like when I walk in the door? What is there something waiting for me? What's the process? Like I just walk in the door, what's going to happen now?
Hey Mike, what's going on, man? Welcome to FunkFit. So that's best case scenario. And our team being out from behind the desk, bare minimum at least standing up.
Okay, and they know I'm coming, so they already are prepared for me.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And you guys have a smoothie bar. How much revenue does this bring in for you guys, and how soon before you start selling something from that bar, that whole retail center?
So the whole retail center we're averaging about 10K a month right now.
10K a month? Wow. So I don't think you're at 100K yet per month, so that's more than 10% of your revenue,
Yes.
which that's target. So you guys are doing probably like what, 14, 15%?
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
That's about
That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lulu helped with that.
You have shakes, you have smoothies, you have Fit Aid, you've got Element, you've got a bunch of
Protein
stuff out there.
powders, yeah.
So, and the way that we tell people, right, when we have either the onboarding process, more on the onboarding process, and when we tell them about that area, every single item that it's in that area has a story. I'm not going to go into the story right now.
Well,
because
give me
I don't
one
think
story.
So the Perfect Food Bar, have you guys had a Perfect Food Bar? Now they're at a Costco, Sprouts, Fry's. Everyone has a Perfect Food Bar, and it has to be refrigerated. That bar, we found it, I think 10 years ago or so at a chiropractor. And we had the guy, the supplier, he will come in his Prius, he'll open his trunk and drop him off. It was a family started it in San Diego, and only certain places had it. From there, we started selling it. Other small boutique fitness studios started selling it, catching up. Whole Foods got it. Then Costco got it. Then they partner up with another company. Right now, the company sold, I believe, around $300 million.
Wow.
And this was the only bar that we sold. Back to the original, why we started this conversation is because it was the cleanest bar that we could find. And it took us, or actually it was 13 years ago, because it took us a year, or a little bit over a year to find the bar. We didn't want to sell anything that had anything bad for people, because this is the way that we don't eat. So we wanted to influence that to our people as well.
It's hard to not buy that bar.
Yeah.
now.
So
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
We met the family. We got to go on a
Yeah.
tour in San Diego of the original facility. It's like the mom, the dad, the brothers, the uncle. They were all there working. Still doing the bars
Yeah,
at that
still doing
time.
it.
So
It's called the
Pretty
Perfect
cool.
Bar.
the
Perfect
perfect
bar.
bar, yeah.
That's cool.
And same with Element, right? Element is the cleanest. There's other hydration, electrolyte drinks or mixes. We were not selling them. The moment we tried and we saw and who it was coming from, Rob Wolf, that we follow them since podcast started, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, we need to
Element's
have
good.
this.
Element I
is good.
definitely do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. And Lululemon, so you sell quite a bit of that?
So Lululemon, yes, we were both ambassadors for Lululemon. So love the core concept of the company. The company is amazing. It runs like a small business. We've done a lot of things with them over the years, and we got the opportunity to I forget the correct term that they call it, to sell that in-house.
like a
So,
partnership, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
Strategic partnership, I think is what they
That's
call
what it is,
Yeah.
strategic partnership. So, and I think everyone can do it. As far as I can, you apply.
Yeah.
You can look into it. Inventory can get expensive, so you have to be careful with how much inventory you hold, but
Yeah.
that's going really well too.
Wow. Okay. So how soon before, like I just got in, I'm assuming I do some level of an intake, right? In the
Yep.
beginning. How soon from this moment now am I probably buying or at least getting sold something from this bar?
Well,
Ideally
first we'll
right
gift
away,
you
yeah.
something. We'll
gift
give,
me
yeah,
some
we'll
gift,
give you
yeah.
something. I think we believe in that. In that experience, taking the experience to another level, right? So if I've been to your home, Mike, and I know when I went to your home, I was eating at your home and I was having a few drinks at your house. So it will be the same thing as if you come into my house, how can I welcome you? And I think something, a drink, a bar, something can take that experience to that next level. So we do that. And it doesn't cost you much, right? And
Yeah.
it just makes you believe, trust that business person a little bit more.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you said you had a couple drinks because there was a 1 drink limit at my house.
but I didn't get to make that trip.
I'm just
so he
kidding.
had mine.
My house has no
I went
limits.
around and
My
I
house
probably
has no
asked-
limits. No, there's no limits in anything. All right, no, I'm just kidding. No, I agree. I mean, getting them in their hands and getting them to actually take a part of it, it makes it easier. Now that becomes like feng shui. When I come here, this is what I want. It's part of the experience now.
Yeah.
It's weird. I go to a coffee shop. Actually, McKenna and I go to this coffee shop to go work. It's between our houses. And when I go there, they already know espresso.
Right.
That's like part. I actually feel weird not getting an espresso there.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the experience. I can't order anything else, or I feel like I'm not getting the actual like visit. So, and the same thing goes. Like there's a Lifetime Fitness that I go to, and there's a drink that I get there as well. It's a chocolate drink, but it's like protein. And I just feel like I didn't work out almost, even though I know it's make believe.
It's part of the experience.
It's part of it now. And I'm sure you got people that when they come work out, they have one every single time they work
They
out.
have one. So there's actually study, right? I'm going to chop the study, but there are studies that people might look more into that reward after than the actual workout. So that's what helps them come in and continue to come in often and often. Is I can tell you more than 2 handfuls of people that will come in, do the same exact thing, put their bag in the cubbies, or no, first go to the restroom, change, put their bags in the cubbies, go grab something from the front, come back, start the warm up, work out, finish, have a smoothie or a Fit 8. One person in particular having the same Fit 8, and when we switched the refrigerator, he was freaking out. Scott, I say
He didn't know what to do.
won't
It's
care.
a pattern interrupt.
Every single time.
exactly.
Every single time.
My son was like that too. When we first started working out with him, after every workout, like the first time he asked me, Dad, can I get a strawberry banana shake? I was like, sure. Got him a strawberry banana. He asked me the second time after that. He just started walking to the bar. I'm like, where are you going? Are we going to shake? No, we're going home.
This is the last set.
He's like, he's ready to take
He's like,
it
I
to
don't
everything.
understand. I can't go home now. I'm going to be off all day. Now I got to go look at strawberry banana shakes on the internet. All right. So you do your best to get something in their hands right away. Fantastic. Now, walk me through what's next. I just did my intake. Does somebody sit down with me and go through the intake with me?
Yeah, that's our FI team essentially is our sales team, so to speak, as well. But most importantly, they're the educators, because they're the ones that have been on the phone with them, helped get them scheduled. So ideally, that rapport has already started to be developed. So like we mentioned earlier, we may have had the conversation. Hey, what are your main goals? I want to get healthier and lose a little weight. Now when we have that person in front, we can dive deeper. So we'll go through. We call our intake form the success form.
Okay.
So going through, like so many of the ones that are done great, looking to overcome objections initially, circle the times you can make it. Do you live close by? Is this convenient for you? Going through all of those, but then diving into, okay, well, why now? Why are you here? What's that really mean? What's that going to do for you? What stopped you from doing that before?
Right.
So going through all of those and really, like we said earlier, going 3 to 7 layers deep on those. And then we coach our team on have that 1 or 2 things that really stick in your mind that you can connect back with them while you take them on a tour.
Yeah.
So now it's, we're walking by the in-body scanner right there, and you're someone that, has mentioned, I need to lose this 10 pounds. I used to be at 12% body fat. I probably have like 4% body fat I need to lose. And, I want to get my squat stronger. Hey, Mike, here's our in-body scans. All our members, we do this monthly for them. Our programming has shown to increase strength and decrease body fat percentage 4 to 6% within your
Using
first
data.
3 months. So increase strength by 50%,
50%.
decrease body fat by 4 to 6. So coaching them, now the tour is also part of that initial experience too. And one of the things we picked up from podcasts and just LRBT training in general, it's not walk in here, oh, hey, Mike, here's the kettlebells you're going to use, and here's where you'll do your pull-ups. Hey, Mike, here's where you're going to be sweating your ass off, but having fun at the same time. I know you told me earlier how important it is for you to have some fun and still get your butt kicked. Right here, that's where that's going to happen.
This is what you're going to feel.
Yep.
So there's 2 things I want to talk about there. One of them is you said why now. So one of the things I've taught before is why this, why us, why now. So like, hey, Jeremy, why are you looking at doing training like this? Why not like Pilates or yoga or something else? And then usually they'll tell you, oh yeah, I don't want to do Pilates, or I'm not a yoga guy. I like this. I like actually working with weights or whatever. Be like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Why us? What is it that you saw about us? I mean, there's probably hundreds of gyms out there in Arizona you can go to. Why did you choose to walk in here today? I saw your reviews. Now they're reselling themselves.
Yeah.
Why now?
Yeah.
The question
Yeah.
you said, right? Whatever the reason is. So now they've resold themselves on the three main decision makers that got them here in the first place.
Yeah.
But they forget once they're here why they're here.
Yeah.
Unless you can keep them attached to it.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And
Why
then
this? Why us? Why now?
why this, why us, why now. That works really, really well.
Love it.
And the other thing was the data. So in Vegas, I think that might be the first time I brought up the data. Were you guys in Vegas?
Yeah.
Sales?
Yeah.
GSD Con? Okay. So you guys actually implemented it, which was fantastic. So the data is, for everybody watching, for everybody listening, data sells. That's why when you look at Crest commercials, like 88% whiter teeth, 35% closer shave, right?
Yeah.
Like that stuff just works. And so when you're able to leverage it, especially in an arena like fitness where a lot of gyms don't leverage it, but it's so easy to get data, it's incredible. So I want to understand more about your data points. So I want to dive into that again. What are some of the things that you're talking me through as far as data that you're using to sell? And then I also want to know how you got that data and over what period of time.
Yeah. So the body fat percentage, that one, the easiest one to describe, especially using the in-body, getting your starting one, on day one, becoming a member, and then monthly from there, we even have it built into our initial 90-day routine. The strength stuff, we've got a couple.
Oh, wait, walk through the body fat. So
Yeah.
what's the story, the stat that I hear?
4 to 6% decrease in your first 3 months.
4 to 6. Now, does that mean if I'm 20%, I go to 16%?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, because I know what you mean, where we could also say a 25% body fat
Right.
loss in
A decrease. Yeah, you can reduce your body fat by 25% of where it is today.
Yeah.
That's another angle
Yeah,
too.
right, yeah.
But people like the 4 to 6 too. It all works.
Right.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Okay, cool. So that's one, and then you said you have a strength one as well.
Yeah. Increase your strength by up to 50%.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And with that, like we literally did the movements that we do in here. So we had deadlifts in there, we have presses in there, we have a row, like a body row. So it's movements that they would typically see in a class anyway. And as part of the study that we had done, and we've got another one that we did last November,
more people
another
on
one
it.
starting this January 23rd. But it was literally, okay, how many reps can you get done at this point today? Day one doing these, and then day 30, or that one was 6 weeks. So at 6 weeks, how many reps could you get done?
It's
So
if
the
you do it
numbers
on
were
day
there.
one,
Yeah.
it's so easy because
So it's-
you either there's a good strong chance you have a sedentary lifestyle on your side,
Yeah.
which makes it easier to go from 1 to 60 days, right? With
Yeah.
like drastic improvement, or you have not great form on your side, because we all know that bad form to great form can increase your power and your lift
So
by
much.
50%.
Yeah.
So you have, and possibly both, where I've been sedentary and I don't have great form. So if you get them on that day, now 60 days later, they're using great form,
Yes.
and they've actually been like consistent with something.
Yeah.
Is it 60 days that you go for strength?
That one was 3 months.
90 days.
90 days.
So
But
inside of 90 days, we're going to increase your we're going to increase strength by up to 50%.
The data might even change because the next one that we did was from there, we actually got another idea. And here's something that I can share with everybody. So most gyms have a sort of challenge, right? So part of our purpose is for people to experience radical results. So what we did is we created this Radical 30 program. So a style of eating, right? Some do's and some don'ts. Of how you eat, how you
It's like
move.
75 hard, but radical 30.
Yeah,
You created,
exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it was like 75 hard. Actually, I got 75 hard and I said, how can I bring this down where it's not a diet, where it's not a challenge? I don't want it to be a challenge. So it's actually Radical 30, Habit Maker, Discipline Builder. We call it Radical 30 because the other one's too long.
Well, also, 75 days is just hard for a lot of people.
It's hard. Yeah,
hard.
75 hard. Great program though. But anyway, so we did that, and then what we did is, okay, when you're starting, Mike, let's get your starting deadlift, right? The fundamental 5. Let's start your deadlift, your squat, your push, your pull, your heavy carry. See where you're at, and then let's retest only in 30 days. So the first one that we did, that Jeremy was talking about, was only 30 days. And most of our members were current members. Most of the people that did it were current members, and they saw very, very significant.
And that's they've already been
improvements.
working out for a while with you
They've been
guys.
working out for a while, just getting better habits, doing a little bit of mobility in the morning, some embodiment practice, some source, praying, meditating, stretching, breathing, right? Something like that. So
pretty
just
cool.
little things, right? Cold showers, things
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool.
And the improvements that they saw. So now when you come in, what we teach our first impressions team is when Mike comes in, what I'm going to tell you is like, what do you think about that class, Mike? You liked it? It's like, yeah, actually you want to do the strength one too, the strength workouts. It's like, well, let me tell you something is our data shows that we're a cycling and strength training studio. That's our differentiator, right? We're a cycling and strength training studio. So our data shows that if you do both, because there's a lot of people that just cycle and that's all they do. If you do both, you'll gain 45 to 50% strength, and then you'll lose 4 to 6% body fat in as little as 2 to 3 months. So,
Wow.
something, right?
And it's
it's
more
more than
expensive
that.
to do both, right?
No, it's the same.
Oh, same
Now it's
price.
just one member.
So you just get them to get the results.
Yes,
And to
that's why we're, and I guess we haven't talked about this, but that's why we're rebranding as a collective, because it's just one
Yeah.
unit,
Yeah.
right? So-
Yeah. One layer to add to that, that works really well is if you were to say like the average person achieves this or 88% of our members see.
To the beginner.
Because what you're going to have is outliers. You're going to have people that don't get that result either because they just don't, right? Like they don't care as much. They're not going to change. They work out so they can eat like shit at home, right? Like you're going to have that. But then you're also going to have people that already came in like, dude, I've been training for years. I just need a new gym. I just moved to the area. So what you do is you know you're going to have outliers of like 8 to 10%. But now you could say like, 88% of our members see an increase in strength by 55%. So the people that don't, that doesn't mess up your data.
Yeah, I like that.
What was the first part repeated?
The average person.
The average person.
Which
Yeah,
would
the
include
average
all
person.
people.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, which would include all people.
There's the data to that, 100%.
Yeah.
92.67% of the time, that works all the time.
99.9, like doctors say. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Yeah. When I go to sign up now, you sign me up after I do the class. So do you do a handoff, hand back with in front desk salespeople and your coach?
Yep.
So what I'd like to know is what that looks like handing off and then handing back, and then when the referral ask comes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, is it cool if I share with your coach today everything we went over?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Hey, Luis, I want you to meet Mike. He came in. He's really excited, man. It's been about a month since his last workout. Just moved to the area, but he's been doing this. Looking forward to increasing his deadlift and squat strength. Say he's got a little ankle thing going on right now, but I told him you'd take care of that, no problem. But other than that, he's stoked, man. He's ready to go. So, Mike, here's Luis. Luis, Mike. Hey, have fun, man. I'll see you in a bit.
So you can fix my little ankles.
Mike, welcome. Yeah. Mike, actually, we're going to start with mobility. So as I'm working with everybody on the mobility, I'll take a look at your ankles. Let me know how they're feeling. We go into that. But
Very
So
cool.
that transfer of trust, right?
Yep.
That's
And that's the hand
then-
off, and then you get the hand back.
Yep.
then the hand back, myself as a coach, I will take you back to first impressions, to our team at the front, and then I'll just hand them back. Hey, let's say, Sarah, I was talking to Mike. Mike hasn't been working out for about a month, I think you said. Right? So it hasn't been working out but a month. He has some ankle issues, but he did amazing. He's gonna fit right in the workout. So I was talking to him, and I think it'll be really good for him to do 3 to 4 times a week. Or he actually said that he wanted to come in 3 to 4 times a week too. So I talked to him briefly about the unlimited program. He's also going to do cycling, and then we go into that. And
Got
And
it.
then
So the prescription's already made, and what are your options?
once a week, twice a week, unlimited.
So I could only fall into the unlimited option.
yes.
A quick tip to share, it's just an acronym that we came up with, but for coaches in that hand back, we talk to them about CPR. Like we have the opportunity to truly breathe life into someone that may not have worked out, for whether it's ever or for a while or going through some things. I know one of the stats you had shared before was, or maybe Matt did, If we let them leave without signing up that first day, there's a good chance that 7 months are going to go by before their next trial of a workout. But our CPR is a reminder for the coach in that hand back. The C is connect. So after class, connect back with them. Hey, you see how doing this will help you increase your squats, help fix your ankles. The P is prescribe. And then the R is repeat. Because it's essentially just repeating now back to FI or back to your sales team exactly what the C and the P just were. So CPR, and it's us getting to breathe life into that person.
I love that. Yeah, Matt's right. I mean, people get good at whatever they what?
They do.
Practice, right? And so they just practice not committing to a fitness routine. And so now they're going to be even better at that at the next thing that they bump into. If you see a donut on the counter and you can't help but take a bite, you just practice falling for taking that bite. If you walk away from it, you just practice being able to walk away from it. You're going to get better at whatever you practice. It is what it is.
Those reps.
Yeah.
Those reps. And
Now, one of the most powerful pieces, last thing, is referrals. So at the end of the sale, you just closed me. You have a process, you have a form and everything, right? Where you ask for referrals. Can you walk me through that? You don't have to like role play, but just walk me through like the concept that you do.
So basically what we did is we created a sheet on Canva where it says, BIP has the 5 numbers in there with the name. So it's a professional looking sheet.
5 fields for people to put
5
their name
fields
and
to
phone
put
number.
their name and phone number, right? And once you're in the process of signing up, we're gonna give you a welcome bag, a goodie bag, whatever you wanna call it. So in the process of me getting everything that's inside of that bag, I'll say, hey, Mike, I'm gonna go get your bag real quick, put everything together. We have a few gifts for you. What size shirt are you? Okay, I'm an L. Okay, so I'm gonna get you that shirt. In the meantime, would you mind just putting the names of and the phone numbers of 5 people that you will love to see working out here with you? And then I'll just hand out that sheet, or they'll hand out that sheet. And 90% of the time, people write at least 2 to 3 people. A lot of times we see 5.
Really?
Right?
Do you guys know what your average might be right now? Referrals per sale?
We have it written down. The average since we started with the sheet, we need to get that number, like to see since
we've got
started
it in
with
the
it.
tracker.
Do we have it?
Yeah, I mean, it's still more in like that 2 to 3 range.
Okay.
But that tracker is also just tracking new member referrals.
Not
as
including
opposed to
all the referrals that you get,
Mm-hmm.
referral campaigns, programs, all that. So if you signed up 30 members in a month, you got 60 to 90
exactly.
referrals,
Exactly.
which you're going to turn at least 30% of those into members, roughly.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And there you go. There's the growth.
Yeah.
Awesome.
for
You bringing
sure.
all this to the collective too?
all of it.
Yes.
It's the foundation.
So
That's that drive.
So now I got to have a drink here. You had a couple drinks at my house. So when I go to the collective, I'm getting another one. Is that what we're saying?
Oh yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No
Guys,
doubt.
thanks so much for
Thank you,
helping,
Mike.
sharing
Appreciate
so
you,
much
man.
with the
Thank you,
GSD audience here.
Everything.
For everybody
Always.
watching and listening, thanks so much for tuning in. And we'll see you next week, but also at a future date in the collective with these guys again.
Yep. See you guys.